The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. With a continuous drop in infections, health experts and officials say the country may already be transitioning to an endemic situation. But experts warn the government to be careful in relaxing restrictions as not all actual cases are recorded. Zoni Isguera with the details.
For about a week, daily COVID cases have fallen under 20,000. On Monday, the total was more than 14,000. The Okta Research Group says this may further go down in February. The IATF shares the same outlook, leading to their decision to relax restrictions in Metro Manila from Alert Level 3 to Alert Level 2. The lower alert level also takes effect in 7 other provinces where cases have also declined.
And that's basically the approach of many European countries. Basically, that if we're if we're transitioning to the endemic stage, that means, yes, it's like we're accepting it like flu, that it will be part of, right, it will be part of our lives. Hopefully, there's no mutation that will be more severe that may cause us to change our approach.
Okta Research is not opposing the easing of the capital's alert level, but they warn that relaxing restrictions should be done with care, as there were still a lot of infections, especially in NCR. The group notes that actual cases may in fact be 1.8 times or almost double the figures recorded by the DOH, especially since those positive in antigen tests are not counted in the official tally. Okta notes that there are also patients with mild symptoms who may no longer find the need to get themselves tested.
I mean, we're not testing as much because the COVID has become milder. But again, we'd like to remind that it's mild now. We're seeing mild cases mainly because of the high level of vaccination that we have in the NCR and many other urbanized cities, and pray that it will turn out to be okay, that this will be the exit, Tiger Year will be the exit into the out of the pandemic.
For now, the good news is that a surge seems like a remote possibility, especially since many have already been vaccinated.
We probably won't see a resurgence in cases because of the high number of infections that happened in the NCR during the first 2 weeks of January. Since more people were already infected, more people already have antibodies against Omicron. So we are hoping that that will not happen anymore this coming February, or this February or in March, because most people will have antibodies already, or a lot of people will have antibodies already against Omicron. Plus,
for One News, Son Reyes Esquera, we are One News.
More people are seen out and about as Metro Manila de-escalates to Alert Level 2 today. Passengers are no longer required to present their vaccine card at the carousel bus in Monumento, with the government suspending the no vaccine, no ride policy. Younger children are also seen accompanied by their parents, since kids are now allowed outdoors under Alert Level 2. Most of them welcome the easing of restrictions, but others believe it's better if vaccine cards are still required.
Okay naman, mas effective siya, lalo sa mga commuters. Okay naman po. Mas maganda po yung may vaccine card para mas mapanatili po yung kaligtasan ng mga tao.
It's also all systems go for the reopening of the Philippines to fully vaccinated tourists. In an interview with the Chief's Tourism Secretary, Berna Puyat assures tourists that the Philippines is safe ahead of the February 10 reopening. Although the tourism chief admitted that they do not expect a surge of tourists when borders reopen.
We always say it's still more fun, but it's safe. So talagang it was very important for us to really make sure that yung health and safety protocols natin in place. In fact, the WTTC, the World Travel and Tourism Council, that's the only private sector, not biggest yung around the world, they gave us the WTTC Safe Travel Stamp. Pumasa yung ating
However, doctors are a bit apprehensive on the reopening of the tourism in the Philippines. Philippine College of Physicians President Maricar Limpin admitted this also with the Chiefs.
Siyempre, no, kaming mga nasa medical field, we are a little bit apprehensive. But we do understand yung need na medyo mag-relax na rin tayo, particularly now that we are seeing lesser intensity of the disease with COVID-19. And I think this is brought primarily by the higher number of vaccinated among our people.
Now, it looks like the House saga on Pharmaly Pharmaceuticals is finally coming to a close. This as a House committee recommended to file charges against 6 Pharmaly officials, while also recommending to abolish the PSDBM. Marian Enriquez reports.
After months of committee hearing, the House Panel on Good Government and Public Accountability recommended to the Justice Department the filing of syndicated estafa against executives of Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Corporation. The following officials include Pharmaly Chairman Wang Tzu-yen, Directors Lincoln Ong and Justin Garado, President Twinkle Dargani, Corporate Secretary and Treasurer Mohit Dargani, and former Regulatory Affairs Head Grisel Grace Mago. House Panel Chairman Michael Aglipay explained that Pharmaly maliciously misrepresented that they possess financial and technical capability in order to win about 8.68 billion peso worth of government contracts.
There were other people suggesting normal estafa, the regular estafa, but that is available. And we want these people to rot in jail, these 6 people here.
As for Mohit Dargani and Lincoln Ong's legal counsel, the committee report is just recommendatory, and it will still be up to the Justice Department to decide whether or not to file charges.
We welcome that. We welcome the opportunity to be able to present evidence in order to show na wala pong anomalya dyan, at wala pong ginawang kasalanan po itong aking mga kliyente.
In the report, there was no mention about recommending the filing of charges against former PSDBM head Lloyd Christopher Lau and Pharmaly's guarantor Michael Yang, a former economic advisor of President Rodrigo Duterte. The committee also found that there was no overpricing in the purchase of materials or supplies by the PSDBM on behalf of the Health Department.
Pero kasi may guidelines po yung ating DBM na ang pa-follow nga yung sa procurement for this pandemic is yung retail price, hindi yung wholesale price.
However, the panel recommended to abolish the PSDBM in order to streamline government functions and services. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III has expressed support for this recommendation.
I support that. They should abolish it. They should abolish it. Maybe the time for it is no longer there. The need for it is no longer there. They should just capacitate the agencies to level up their own procurement capacities.
Meanwhile, Bayan Muna Representative Carlos Zarate was dismayed over the committee report. Zarate said that it only echoes the supposed whitewashing line of President Duterte that only Pharmaly officials are involved in the anomalies, thus absolving DBM and DOH officials, including Duque. Bayan Muna Party List Representative Ferdinand Gaite initially voted yes with strong reservations for the committee report, but changed his vote to no after a few hours. He said his decision came after consulting medical frontliners and the rest of the Makabayan bloc.
Doon sa kabuuan, ang kulang talaga ay yung role ni Michael Yang doon sa vote transaction, yung role ni Secretary Duque sa Department of Health, yung role ng Malacanang ni Pangulong Duterte dito sa kabuuan.
For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Actor Enchong D has voluntarily surrendered to the NBI on Monday. D has also reportedly posted bail for the 1 billion peso cyber libel case filed against him by Dumper Party List Representative Claudine Bautista Lim. Recall that the actor was indicted for cyber libel in Davao Occidental after his supposed malicious and defamatory post about the lawmaker. Now, people flocked to Binondo last night to welcome the Chinese New Year. Unlike in past year, there were no actual fireworks last night to usher in the Year of the Water Tiger. Instead, there was a virtual fireworks display shown on the Lucky Chinatown Mall's LED screens by 12 midnight. Visitors still enjoy their time at the mall, saying it's a tradition for them to visit Binondo for the Chinese New Year. Sellers, meanwhile, continue to sell Lucky Charms and tikoy early morning. They admit they're still seeing dismal sales this year due to the pandemic. Lucky Charms cost 100 pesos to 150, while tikoy prices range from 60 pesos to 280 pesos.
Every year kasi nandito kami para sumalubong ng Chinese New Year talaga. Tradition na namin siya. Wala namang lahing Chinese sa amin. Pero kasi yung kultura kasi talaga parang ina-adapt na natin siya.
Okay lang po. Masaya pa rin naman po kasi kahit papano, yung ambag ng kahit pure Pinoy kami, yung ambag namin sa mga Chinese.
Now here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. Comelec Commissioner Amy Ferolino claps back at Commissioner Rowena Guanzon, but still no decision on BBM's disqualification case was released. Kyunghee Watay, the Chinoy community welcomes the Year of the Water Tiger today. And the BTS member Jimin tests positive for COVID-19 after undergoing surgery. Now catch the 2022 presidential aspirants as they face the nation in Panata sa Bayan, the KBP Presidential Forum in collaboration with kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas on February 4, 9 a.m. Tune in to Signal TV Channel 250, High Definition, and Channel 8 Standard Definition. Also available on Signal Play. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 10:45 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.